Right, I'm going to attempt today to make a homemade filter, so rather than refilling that tiny little Chinese one that didn't work, we're going to have a go with a bigger bottle. So, I'm not sure what the capacity is of this because I don't want to fill it up and empty it of water to measure the capacity, but I guess it's at least 500 millilitres if not closer to a litre. So it was originally full of multivitamins. So what I have is these Chinese particulate filters. I don't know how good they are, but they should be good enough for this primitive filter. And I have a bag of aquarium activated charcoal, which looks like this. So it's not the highest quality activated charcoal either, but we're just seeing if the fundamental basics work. Now, with activated charcoal, the finer the activated carbon, the more effective it is, and the higher volume of your filter, the more effective it is. So if you had very small activated charcoal granules inside a giant sort of filter medium, then that would work very well. However, like I said, that Chinese one was, just too small to work efficiently. So what I'm going to do is punch a load of holes in the bottom of this before I go any further, because in my opinion, I want to obviously punch holes in it before putting the pads in, because if I punch holes in the pads that wouldn't work very well. I'm just going to use the FS knife for this. Just need to be careful not to slip. It's actually a thicker tub than I was expecting. I was expecting this to go hole through. But the point is I want lots of small little holes. Because that allows better basically diffusion across the charcoal. So what I'm going to do is just stop the video here and then sort of make these holes a bit better. But the point is, what I want to do is to sort of punch through enough holes to the other side that we have sort of a, big even plate almost of holes, so the diffusion works well of the air, not essentially going all through the middle, but going all around evenly. Well, that's the theory anyway. Right, it turns out using the Fairbairn Sykes isn't a very good method, so I'm now going to try using this power drill with a tiny little drill head on it. So we'll see what happens if I use this. Yeah, much better, because it's quite thick plastic. I need to re-screw that in, so I'll stop this on camera and I'll just get this all done and then resume the video. Right, this first step is now done, so if we look through here you can actually see that there's lots of holes. Not too even, but even enough that I think that'll work as a proper plate at the bottom to diffuse basically all the stuff coming through. Now, what I'll do is I'll just brush off all these loose bits of plastic and then clean the surface up. Then what we're going to do is start filling the filter up, so let's cut to that. Okay, so we have our tub, so what I'm going to do is put that here. Now I'm going to have to push one of these inside and hope it sits fairly flat. So I'm not going to bother trying to cut this first. Now I'm pretty sure of these, the writing side is the side that faces out. So what we're going to do is put that side face down. And then, try and somehow get this into a position at the bottom, which is easier said than done, because, you can't really reach in there very well. Kind of need a stick for this bit. But the point is we're going to have to try and sort of get this flush with the bottom of the thing. So let me just get some sort of stick and try and manoeuvre that in, and I'll cut back. Right, I've got that well enough at the bottom now, so what I'm going to do is put the charcoal on top and hope that stays in place. The weight of the charcoal being on top of it should basically force this to stay where it is, so let's pour the charcoal in. As I said, these are not very fine granules, but they'll do for the sake of this video. Could really do with a funnel, I guess, for putting this in there, but too late now. Anyway, I'll cut back once all the charcoal's in. Right, as you can hopefully see, this is like 3/4 filled with charcoal now. So now all I need to do is pop another one of these on. And sort of get that tucked in. It's easier to do this one because it's obviously near the top. Now this is probably not going to be a foolproof design in all honesty, but we'll see how it works. But basically we've got that tucked in the top, so the charcoal is under that layer. I imagine this is going to come out horribly when I breathe in, but we will find out. So now I need to just clean the top section off with a wipe or something, clean the surface down, and then try and fit this to a hose somehow. Now at this point you're probably saying this is never going to work, but I'm going to show you what I've done. I've duct taped a ghost hose to this cap. I've cut a hole in the middle of the cap, so in theory this should screw onto here. There we go. Now if you really wanted this to work, you do a couple of extra layers then around this lid bit to make sure it's really good and airtight. I'm not going to bother with that because I just want to see if this simply works as a sort of charcoal filter. So can't smell anything actually just sniffing through the hose here, but that's not really a good indicator. But as you can see, holes in the bottom and it's an actual sort of full-on filter. So let's attach this to a mask and then do a test using the banana oil and see if we have any luck with it. Right, bloody typical. Just before I started filming, this came off. So what I'm going to have to do is just hold it in place if possible for the sake of this video. So let me get all this in position. So first what I want to do is get this on here. Probably spinning it on here the wrong way. Also, I hope the hose has no holes in it as well. Okay, so now that seems to actually be functioning as a filter. I can't really obviously pressure check it, but let's attempt this. This is probably going to end very badly, but right. So just to prove that if I do this, I get a very strong smell of banana oil. So what I need to do now, and this is going about as well as you'd expect, is get the banana oil below the homemade filter. Well, I don't really believe it, it works. This homemade crappy filter works. I can't smell the banana oil through there, but if I take the hose and just do this, I can smell the banana oil very clearly. So yes, this crappy homemade filter actually works. Now, I would not trust this at all against any serious chemical threats. However, simply against banana oil and strong smelling odours, it does work. So, obviously I'd need a better method than just putting a bit of duct tape on it to get the hose secured to there. But this does work as an actual filter, and I don't think I'm inhaling charcoal dust either. So, there you go. This very primitive homemade filter actually works, so there we go. I suppose what you could do is get some sort of balloon. Have the balloon stretch around the bottom of the hose, and then have the balloon stretched around there. That might actually work as well. Then have some tape to secure it. But yes, this is actually working. The homemade filter does work, so there we go. And I said it may be easier just to do this with a big plastic bottle, like a 2 litre or something, but there we go.